I feel like this is going to be one of my most favorite videos that I posted. There's so much I want to say in this one. I was recording another video and I didn't add this in the video. I stopped the other video and started a whole new one because, like, this is things people need to hear. This is what I found within myself. This is what I feel like others can really use as well. And one of the biggest things that I've been trying to do is feel comfortable being uncomfortable. You know how how that sounds like it doesn't even make sense? To be comfortable being uncomfortable. And it's because when you allow yourself to feel the uncomfortableness in your body. And what I was doing is that, I'd feel the uncomfortableness and then it's immediately like, how can I not be sober? How can I, make this feeling into something else? How can I distract myself from the feelings in my body right now? And I couldn't run away from it no matter what I was doing. And it was affecting my sleep, and I feel like it was affecting the energy in my body. Well, for one, kept trying to run away from what I was feeling. And that wasn't working. But since I was constantly trying to distract myself, I was constantly trying to do something. I was tired all the time. And then because honestly, a big outlet for me is smoking. And so if I'm smoking and then that's making me tired, and now my sleep schedule right now is all messed up, and there's so much going on. I was putting so much pressure on myself, pressure that I got from others. No, not entirely, but it was, I can see how other people expect things from themselves. I know what other people expect from themselves, and so then I was putting their own projections on me, saying, well, if they expect that from themselves, then I should expect that from myself. No, I know myself. I know how to listen to my body. My body was feeling uncomfortable. And I didn't know why I was feeling uncomfortable, because it was new. I feel like I have done a lot of work on myself to know when something's wrong. And at the time, I didn't know what was wrong. And it was really difficult because something new. And so then I started journaling. And journaling has been helping me a lot. And I basically uncovered that I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And also, there's a whole entirely new part of me that I was not even expressing. And a lot of it came from past traumas where I really had to mold who I was. I had, for other people's emotions, for other people to feel okay. And I would have to act a certain way, express myself a very specific way in order to keep the peace, in order to keep others happy. And I knew it affected me because I've already had awareness to that, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting me in relationships with others, where I'm just always let's go with the flow. Let's go with the flow. We can catch a vibe, and we don't need to talk about it. We just need to do it, But I was feeling very confused, and I wasn't actually helping anything. I wasn't helping anything because I was running away from the uncomfortableness. I was running away because I didn't know how to receive. And I have some notes down. And really, what I was learning while I was journaling was that you owe it to yourself to tell others how you feel. Because I feel like I'm very in touch with my own emotions. When I am feeling uncomfortable, I'll sit with the uncomfortableness of it all, because I'm learning how to be comfortable with the uncomfortableness. You have to sit in it. And yeah, it sucks. But at the same time, you listen to your body. The more you listen to your body, the more you sit in those uncomfortable feelings, the more you can recognize when you're feeling uncomfortable, what things makes you feel uncomfortable. You can recognize your triggers. You will know yourself when you listen to your body. Because another thing our mind loves to do is that our body's feeling a specific way, and our mind's like, oh, how can we stop feeling this way? Instead of just taking the second to even understand why you're feeling that way in the first place. It's just like an immediate like, oh, I'm feeling off, let's feel on again. It's not, you have to flow with it. You have to feel it through. And the longer you run from it, the longer you're gonna feel that way. So the quicker that you sit, the quicker you sit with it, the quicker you can overcome the feeling of being uncomfortable. Now, the thing that sometimes, I don't want to say sucks, because that's not quite the right word, but, when you feel the pain, when you feel the uncomfortableness, you gain awareness. When you gain awareness, then you have the choice. Because now I know that I owe it to myself to tell others how I feel. So now I have the choice to either keep feeling the way that I'm feeling, which is uncomfortable and confused, or I can be open about how I'm feeling, which would be very much more new for me, and which I will start practicing. And for me, it's, if you know better, you do better. And that's what I have been working on. One thing that I've also been on why I'm not comfortable with always sharing my emotions is because, one, I've had to deal with them a lot on my own anyways. I've never really been, like, I'll talk to it about my friends and stuff, but like, if I'm crying, I'll go cry by myself. I'll go feel it all by myself, because I know that I'm gonna be there for me. And there's people in my past, where they weren't there for me when they either said that they would be, or they were genuinely people in my life that should have been. And that didn't happen. And that's not my fault. But now that I have the awareness that I've been reacting that entire time to the uncomfortableness about expressing my emotions, now it's time for me to respond instead. And one thing I get nervous about is that when I start expressing my feelings, I'm going to trigger somebody. And I don't want to trigger anybody. I don't want to make anybody else feel bad like I'm feeling bad. I'd rather express love. I'd rather express joy. And, sometimes I am expressing love and joy, and sometimes that can also be triggers for people. But it is not mine. It is not your responsibility. I don't want to say not to trigger people, because that's not entirely it. But to set up boundaries, really. To set boundaries to understand, to gain awareness of situations, because if you're not expressing how you're feeling, then you're going to feel stuck, you're going to feel stagnant, and you're going to feel confused. It's okay that their emotions get stirred up too. Change is only going to change with action. And if you're not taking action, nothing's going to change. So it's not, you don't have to be fearful. I don't have to feel fearful of their emotions. Because even if I do express my emotions and my intention on things, if they don't happen to have the same emotion or intention with their actions on what they're doing in the relationship that we're in, like whether you want it to be just like friends or it's within work or whatever it is, then you can know that you're still worthy of all those things. You can know that you're still worthy of love, of friendship, of the career that you want. You can know that you're still worthy of all those. And all you have to do really is ask. You have to ask where they are at. And just because they may not be where you're at doesn't mean that you're still not worthy of all those things that you want, because you are. You can get everything that you want. And when you start to open up more emotionally, because especially when you know your emotions. I'm someone who is very in tune with my emotions. I know when to take a step back and look at them. I know I have my own processes. And when you know yourself, especially, because you know yourself, feel safe within yourself, express yourself, and just because these people may not be where you're at, doesn't mean you can't find people where you're going. There's people everywhere. There's literally everything that you want already is right here. I feel like that's it. Thank you.